Have you ever looked at a slice of Swiss cheese and wondered why it's full of holes? Well, get ready because we're about to dive into one of the most fascinating mysteries in food science. These holes aren't actually holes at all. They're technically called eyes, and their story is absolutely incredible. Let me tell you how they form. It all starts with a special bacteria called Propionibacterium freudenreichi. I know that's quite a mouthful, but these tiny organisms are the real stars of our story. When cheesemakers add these bacteria to milk, they get to work producing something special, carbon dioxide gas. Think of it like tiny bacteria throwing a fermentation party. As the cheese ages, these bacteria munch on the lactic acid in the milk, creating bubbles of carbon dioxide. But here's where it gets really interesting. The cheese is still soft when these bubbles form, so instead of popping, they create pockets in the cheese. As the cheese hardens, these pockets remain, creating the characteristic holes we all know and love. The size of these holes can vary depending on various factors. Traditionally, larger holes were seen as a sign of quality cheese. But did you know that modern cheesemakers can actually control the size of these holes? They do this by adjusting the temperature, aging time, and bacterial culture conditions. Here's a fun fact. In the past, hay particles in milk were thought to be responsible for the holes. Farmers noticed that cheese made in winter, when cows were eating hay, had more holes than cheese made in summer. But now we know it's all about our bacterial friends. The holes typically form when the cheese is stored at a warm temperature around 70 degrees Fahrenheit for about 3 to 6 weeks. During this time, the cheese wheels are regularly checked to ensure the eyes are developing properly. Interestingly enough, Swiss cheese made in modern clean facilities often has fewer holes than traditionally made cheese. This is because modern milk filtering systems remove many of the tiny particles that help the carbon dioxide bubbles form. Pretty neat, right? So next time you bite into a piece of Swiss cheese, remember, you're not just eating cheese, you're experiencing a fascinating bit of food science. These holes or eyes aren't defects. They're actually a carefully controlled part of the cheesemaking process that requires precise conditions, temperature control, and most importantly, our microscopic bacterial helpers. And there you have it, the whole truth about Swiss cheese.